Wow. Okay, so J.J. Watt's no longer a Texan. The Houston Texans have decided to release J.J. Watt. That's wow. You know what? Looking at the situation, I'm not even surprised to see this happen. We've seen what happened last season, just the whole debacle that terrible season was for the Texans, and we've heard J.J. Watt voice his frustrations last season. So you know what? It felt like it was getting to this point where we were going to see eventually J.J. Watt not be on this team anymore. But I don't know. I didn't think they would just flat out release him. Now, of course, the story I'm hearing is that, J.J. Watt went up to, the front office and management or to the owner. They just talked to, I think he talked to the owner, right? And he just was front up and straight up with them and saying, I want to have the opportunity to go into free agency, or I just don't want to be on the team anymore. I appreciate everything you guys have done for me. I appreciate the city of Houston. I appreciate the organization, but I just have no more interest playing for this team. And because of what J.J. Watt has not only done for this team and this organization, but for the city of Houston, they decided to give him the opportunity to do so. So they just flat out released him. They probably could have traded him, which, would have been in their benefit, but because they could have got something back from him. But at the end of the day, they wanted to just let him have the opportunity to go into free agency and do what he wants to do. He gets to have the decision of what team he wants to go on, which I respect. Though, Houston, I don't know. On one hand, I respect it. I feel like, me personally, that was, a great thing for them to do. And, just in general, in terms of just what the man has done for your team, that's the right thing to do for him. Let him have the opportunity to go into free agency and choose where he wants to go next because of how much this guy has had such an impact on your team. But you understand right now you're kind of dealing with the situation with this quarterback named Deshaun Watson, right? And he wants to be traded. Getting rid of another piece like that with nothing in return, that ain't a good look, man. That ain't a good look. So now J.J. Watt's off the team and you get nothing in return. Just straight up releasing him. Now, of course, I'm not saying you're going to get a lot. Dude, he's on the older side of his career and he's been injury prone the last several years. Obviously, if you were to put him on the trade block, you're not going to get a lot of offers. And the offers you do get, not going to be that much. You might get like maybe a mid-second round pick and possibly a third round pick or a fourth. You might get 2 picks out of it. I don't know, but you're not going to get much for J.J. Watt. Not at this stage. So I understand that, if you were to trade him for that much, you could get something in return, but it wouldn't be that much. It wouldn't be that much, so they just wanted to let him have the opportunity to just go out and choose whatever team he wants to go to because of all he's done for this team, the city, the organization, and I respect that. But man, Houston, y'all making it even more difficult for Deshaun Watson to really want to play for this team. And we know that situation, man, is going to get crazier and crazier as free agency in the offseason hits and we get closer back to the next season. It's just like, man, that whole situation in Houston is going to get really hectic with Deshaun Watson. That one's not going to end pretty, man. It's going to be nasty. But, J.J. Watt's no longer a Texan, man. He served 10 seasons there with the Houston Texans, and now he's a free agent, and he's free to go wherever he wants to go. So, I guess that brings up the question, where does J.J. Watt go? I've already saw and I've already heard the chirpings from the Ravens flock. Bring J.J. Watt to Baltimore. Bring him to this Ravens defense. We've always wanted to have J.J. Watt in Baltimore. And of course, I'm not against it. Obviously, I'm not against it. But I don't know. Depends. First of all, you would have to see what he's willing to take, the whole salary. I don't know. We don't even have a lot of money as it is right now in the salary cap. So I don't know what they would be able to sign him on if they were to bring him. Especially because, we're trying to fix the offense right now. But, I wouldn't be against bringing J.J. Watt. I'm just not 100% sure we'll be able to see that. Though, we'll see what happens. Maybe the Ravens do try to pursue him. And we'll see what happens with that situation. One place, honestly, if I'm going to name a place I think he's going to go, Pittsburgh. His brothers Derek and TJ are already there. Why not just go to Pittsburgh? The Watt brothers can just be the Steelers. Bruh. The Watt brothers can just take over Pittsburgh. Just complete the trifecta. Just get the three there. I honestly think he'll probably consider Pittsburgh. If your two other brothers are playing there, why not just go join them? Pittsburgh's a good team. Though I don't know what they're going to be doing next year in terms of competing for the Super Bowl, but we're far away from that. We just got away from the Super Bowl. We're not talking about that for quite some time. Pittsburgh knows they got things to fix. But yeah, I mean, I could see J.J. Watt going to Pittsburgh to join up with his brothers. So, I don't know. It really comes down to what J.J. Watt wants to do in the situation. I don't know. This is the kind of situation. He can go anywhere, really. Anywhere that really would, definitely like a veteran defensive lineman that can still bring pressure. He's not going to, of course, you're not going to get the J.J. Watt from like 2014. You're not getting that guy anymore. But still, J.J. Watt can definitely be a great asset to any team's defense. So, I mean, it'd be nice if he could be on the Ravens. I wouldn't mind that, but the Ravens' defense isn't really the problem, though it wouldn't hurt to add more pieces there. Our issue is our offense. And that's kind of what this offseason's about, fixing up that offense. So, bringing in J.J. Watt wouldn't specifically fix the offense. It'll help bolster the defense, but it wouldn't fix the offense per se. But like I said, I'm not against it completely. I'm not against it. If the Ravens want to pursue and bring in J.J. Watt, hey, I'm all for it. I would love to see J.J. Watt in a Ravens uniform. I wouldn't have any issues with it. But at the same time, it kind of seems like our offseason needs to be more focused and is looking to be more focused on the offensive side of on the field. I don't know. So, depends on what the Costco wants to do. If the Ravens feel getting J.J. Watt here would be a great asset and they can find a way to work some kind of deal with him that fits within the salary cap and allows them to make possibly another move, because I don't know what they're going to do. We'll see. Maybe they do bring in J.J. Watt. Next thing you know, he's a Raven. I would have no complaints with that. In fact, I would love it because I love J.J. Watt. But if you ask me, the number one place I'm looking, I'm not saying he's going to go there per se. Because, hey, just because your brothers are there, you don't have to go there. But I just feel like that would be the place I would look to be like, yeah, J.J. Watt might specifically go there. Because, he's got family there and his brothers are already playing on the team. Let the three of them be reunited in Pittsburgh. He wouldn't really have a problem with that. I mean, hey, if your other brothers are playing on that team, why not come join them? Plus that Steelers defense is great. He would love to play. Right, you have legit TJ on one side and JJ on another side. They just out here, the brothers out here tormenting people on defense. That'd be beautiful. That would be beautiful. But then again, I don't know. It's really up to what JJ wants to do. Now that he is a free agent, I don't know what the plan is for him. But we'll see what happens, man. We'll definitely see what happens. But yeah, Houston. This doesn't really do anything for you, but you're losing a great player who's on the older side, and obviously, this looks like it was coming soon, but you're losing a great player. Honestly, this team's just getting gutted at this point. What are the Texans going to do at this point, man? I just... Honestly, with the way everything's going, you might just want to do everything in your power to just hold on to Deshaun Watson. Under no circumstances do you trade this man, because this is the last thing you have. If you lose him, game over, man. Game over. But at the same time, you don't want to lose him, but if Deshaun Watson really wants to get out of Houston, he's going to do whatever it takes to get himself out of Houston. So this is where it could really get ugly. That's something we're going to have to continue to focus on in the coming weeks and just see how that specifically progresses. But, this could definitely get ugly. We're just, a week, not even a whole week removed from, are we a whole week? No, nearly a week removed from the whole Super Bowl. So the Houston Texans got plenty of time to try and figure out the situation. OTAs ain't coming for a while. You ain't got to deal with no training camp or nothing like that. You've got time. They need to figure out the situation with Watson, what they want to do, and find a way to convince this man. Because if they're just going to force him, well then, if they're going to force him to stay, Watson might have to do something desperate. Not even desperate, but just he going to have to do something drastic. That's just, maybe he just going to skip OTAs. Maybe he doesn't even show up to training camp. Who knows? I'm just saying, Watson is going to do whatever it takes to get himself out of Houston if he really wants to get out of there that bad. So do not underestimate that part. If the man wants to leave, he's going to find a way to leave, and he's going to have to. It's just going to come down to the Texans either just locking in and saying no matter what Watson does, we're not trading him, or they're going to have to fold under the pressure and just trade Watson and then start this whole situation all over again. So we'll see how that goes. But, J.J. Watt's no longer a Texan. This is just how it is. It's really bad in Houston right now. It's really bad in Houston. I feel bad for Texans fans. Like, this ain't a good... This is bad. But anyway, that's really all I got. Man, my voice ain't good right now. But yeah, I got nothing else to talk about with this whole J.J. Watt situation. We'll just see where he goes. If he lands on the Ravens, I'll definitely talk about him. If he lands on the Steelers, I'll talk about that. But we'll just see what J.J. Watt wants to do next. As for the Texans, they got to focus on this whole Deshaun Watson situation. With that being said, that is all I got, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.